Good afternoon and welcome to Shawano News, your positive source in a crazy world. I'm your host, Jaime Lee. Today we visit the city of Shawano and the fine men and women who helped run this city. Let's go. I am seated in the newly refurbished City Hall where they have the City Council meetings, surrounded by the leaders and the people who serve this community and make it run so smoothly. So first, I'd like to introduce our mayor, Bruce Milovitz.
Well, hello.
How long have you been serving as our mayor?
So I just am finishing my second year, and so my third year will be in April.
Over the last couple of years, what are some of the things that you're most proud of that you've accomplished as mayor?
Well, I think some of the things that I would say that I'm most proud of is what we have collectively done for the city, and that would be the growth for housing, the growth with some of our businesses expanding in town, and also to be able to spend time with a lot of the people in Shawano and get to know them better than I knew prior.
What are your goals and your future plans?
So my goals for 23, if you want to say that, would be I'm looking forward to maybe getting out into other communities to show what we have to offer, to maybe bring some more people that would want to come to Shawano and grow their family here, as I did.
Well, thank you for everything that you've done. On a personal note, I know that you're really interested in airplanes. Let's give the audience a personal touch of things that you enjoy outside of the office.
Sure. So, yep, I am a little passionate about airplanes. As you know, we did a story once about it. So 10 years ago, I had kind of a pipe dream. I decided I wanted to become a pilot. And in doing so, I enjoyed it so much as I moved through. I was fortunate enough to get to a point where I now don't just do it as a hobby. I actually have a part-time job where I fly professionally. So I fly an air ambulance, and I'm able to take people across country and help save their lives. So I really enjoy that.
Okay, so you've flown all over the world, but you still think Shawano is one of the best places to get all your needs met: shopping, retail, business.
Absolutely. So going back to the goals for 2023 and for going future, I call myself the cheerleader for the community. And by doing so, I really like to promote shopping local. That's really important to me because we have so many great businesses, and we have such a variety of what you can do right here locally in Shawano. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
I love that, Bruce. I think I'm a cheerleader too. Let's do it. 5, 4,
1, 6, 6.
As you said, this is a team effort. So let's roll it over to Eddie Shepard. Can you tell us what is your professional role?
My professional role, I am the city administrator for the city of Shawano, and I've been here since 2013. I originally was hired on as the assistant city administrator and public works director, and then at the end, December of 2018, I took over as the city administrator.
There's been a lot of changes in the last several years. What are some of the big highlights for you?
Some of the major highlights for me has been a lot in the development world. Having the opportunity to work to bring some of the big projects to town, like the SC Swiderski housing development, the Performance Food Group development, Belmark, the list goes on, the new Komatsu deal. Having an opportunity from the city standpoint to actually have an impact on bringing those businesses and those jobs to the community has been really rewarding for me, and it speaks a lot to the future goals that the mayor mentioned is, bringing good quality jobs to the community makes a strong community because people are going to live here then, and then they're going to enjoy our wonderful amenities, and you're starting to see that already.
So a lot of economic and business growth.
Yep.
And on a more personal note, I know that you're really active outdoors. You have a beautiful wife. What are some of the things that people don't know about you?
I am pretty active outdoors. Try to be as much as possible, especially in the winter. I really enjoy winter sports. My wife and I typically take a trip or two out to Colorado every year to go skiing. But other than that, I'm a pretty laid back Wisconsinite. I love hanging out with my family and my friends and just doing stuff around this great community where we have all these amazing resources.
Well, thank you for your smarts and your vision and being such a fun and cool guy. We want to make the city leaders approachable. They're just like us. So let's move over to another fun guy, Park and Rec. There has been so much change with all the parks, and you and your team have been instrumental in bringing back the parks. Talk about your favorites.
Yeah, favorites. As far as projects go, it has to have been the referendum work, right? I mean, the opportunity to take spaces like the wading pool that had come to the end of its life, or spaces like Franklin Park, which was an open canvas, open slate, and be able to develop it into something that's usable by the community, where events can occur. And ultimately, the only reason that's even something that we have in Shawano is because of partnership, right? The partnerships with the local nonprofits, the partnership with the local businesses, the number of grants and funding sources that occurred here in order to give back to the community and make something happen. And so to see an example of a Franklin Park or a splash pad go from little to no use to what it is today, where there's community events, there's Thursdays at Franklin, there's church services, there's brand new awareness run walks that occur because these facilities are there. As a parks person, you couldn't hope for anything more.
So you can be fun and forward thinking.
I believe so.
And in the future, there's going to be many more stories, so stay tuned for that as Shawano News and the City of Shawano partner up to tell you all about the parks, all about the programs. Speaking of projects, let's give a little shout out to your crew for this new room. Tell us what this room is and what Tom Steffel did.
Yeah. So our team, the parks team, is parks and facilities for the entire city of Shawano. So Tom Steffel, Mike Sassy, Riley Acra, Carl Montour. In the winter, we shift indoors, right? Like everybody else, it's a little bit warmer and not as snowy and cold, and so they come inside and we do major projects. This was City Hall is a major project for this year, and so this is all custom made by that team. It really speaks to the benefit of having a skilled and intelligent workforce, right? I mean, as an example, this structure, if you were to go out and have it custom made, probably would have been in the neighborhood of $40,000 to $50,000. Now we had several $1,000s into it, but because the city employs good, smart people that can do this, we're able to provide high quality services at a reduced, burden to local taxes.
Well, it looks wonderful, and I don't know if you can hear the hammers and the nails, but the other part of this building is going to be all new facility for voting, a new room. So we'll get some footage on that. Correct. Don't want to forget your family because you're a busy family guy. Give a shout out to your kids.
Yeah, 3 kids. My wife Emily, similar to Eddie, just loved outdoors. So whether we're walking our dog at Maple Hills or water skiing or tubing on the river, lake, you can usually find us outdoors somewhere.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. And last but not least, we have Leslie Nemitz. Leslie, what is your role here? I know that you're the right-hand woman to all these gentlemen here. Tell us what you do.
So I am the City Clerk, Community Relations Manager for the City of Shawano. And so that involves a lot of different things. Elections, as you talked about, licensing, and then on the communication side, website development, social media, and basically just trying to work on community engagement and making sure that the community has a good understanding of all of these projects that are being talked about today and what our future goals are.
Well, thank you for reaching out to us. This has been a great partnership. What do you do in your free time, though? I know that you have some beautiful kids.
I do. I have 3 boys and a wonderful husband. And, it's a very common theme today. We like to spend a lot of time outdoors. So we, today we're actually going to Maple Hills and going sledding this afternoon. But you'll find us in the parks and all of those things. My kids usually get to test drive some of the new equipment that gets put out there. So that's always exciting for them. It makes me a cool mom. So I don't mind that at all.
It seems like a wonderful place to work and a wonderful place to serve because, again, as a team effort, your role, your job, you were hired to serve the community, not only the people that live here, but tourists, and you're making this place a better place for all of us. So I know this is a very professional and more, like I said, fancy show, but we want to know that The city officials are approachable. We want to thank them for all their hard work and everything they're doing to make the 54166 so amazing. Who says informative cannot be fun? Thank you again to the City of Shawano for having us here. Stay tuned for more stories in the upcoming year for all the happenings here in Shawano. This is Jaime Lee signing off for Shawano News. Keep serving and living and loving in the 54166.